Yo, what a game, what a game, what a lot to see. I'm excited. I got a lot to talk about. I saw a lot of good things. I don't know how, y'all taking the game, but in my opinion, it's about to be some tough cutting and decisions to be made right here, man. Straight off the bat, we gonna just say the offense looks 10 times better. I thought it was dope. Dak calling plays. Let me get this camera in pocket. Got everything good. Got that too high. Dak calling plays, man. I don't think looked it bad at all. I thought that was amazing. Call plays, got over 400 yards, man. 400 plus yards. I want to say it was like about 450 something yards last time I was looking at the stats. That looked beautiful. First things that stood out to me is the offense, man, the offensive line. I want to give some thumbs up, man, especially to TJ Bass and Ames Richards. It looks like we got a guard and a tackle to kind of take place if we need that to happen. And that was my main thing. In the last video I made, I spoke about keeping your eye out on the line, making sure to see if they can kind of play better. It sucks Josh Ball went down with an injury because I do believe, don't get it twisted. Josh Ball has played crappy, but I do think his last game, he had a pretty solid game, And so it sucks seeing him go down. So far, that's the only injury that we really got with this game is Josh Ball. So that's always a good, that's always good to end the game and know that we ain't got too many injuries going on. But yo, my God, Hunter, man, Hunter Lipke. Did anybody expect him to move and play the way he did today? Because for me, that was a shock, and that's somebody I want to stash off the rip. So going forward, you really got to ask yourself, what decisions are we gonna make here? Who are we gonna keep? Who are we gonna move to practice squad? What's gonna take place with that? That looks good. Kicker. I'm still okay with the kicker because honestly, we don't really have another option. He missed the 54-yarder, but then came back and made a 59er. So I don't know. I hope we can keep him working. Well, we can hopefully get him moving, looking good. On the cornerback side of things, Josh Butler, I feel like had a great game. Josh Butler really stood out, and I feel like Eric Scott straight too. You know what I mean? He got beat a few, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Overall, the secondary looked good. We got to see Wanye Thomas come in just for a tad bit. Obviously made an impact. That's somebody that's definitely making the team. They got him out of there. They got him out of pads, so he's on the team. Not seeing my boy Deuce out there, that tells me that Deuce Vaughn clearly will be on that 53, man. That's not a practice squad fella for you. So right now, man, it's about a debate on do they feel comfortable or want to keep Malik Davis or what they're going to do with that situation, because Hunter had a hell of a game. Hunter showed that he could also provide you with some power. He also showed that he can provide you a threat in the passing game. So, we got a lot to look at, man, when it comes down to these athletes. Dallas has a lot to look at. They got a lot of decisions to make. QB kind of had a proposition. And may not be, ideal, but with the QB play from Will Grier, it made me wonder what y'all think about keeping Dak, Will Grier, going ahead and obviously with Trey Lance, and maybe doing a trade proposal for Cooper Rush. I think Will Grier played his heart out. Nevertheless, that's going to be a viable option on a trade with those two. Some people probably naturally going to think about trading off Will Grier, maybe more comfortable with Cooper Rush. But, I would like to see him, see how else he can elevate himself. Will Grier looked good. I don't know if it had something to do with, him being able to just play the whole game and mixing that with Dak Prescott calling plays, because Dak did amazing. I was proud to see that, because that's going to always make your QB better, being able to call plays from the outside, not on in. You know what I mean? Also, thinking about the season, it makes me feel comfortable that him and McCarthy will have a solid bond and being able to kind of give and take with, calling plays for certain situations. And it brings a level of trust with his head coach. So that's pretty dope to look at. Outside of that, man, I guess I can point out we'll say Semi had his best game yet. Semi Fioco definitely, this was definitely his best showing, because in a lot of games it's kind of like a void situation. But he did really good. Had a great game. Made 2 catches around each other that produced the drive to keep it going. So I'm pretty sure, with the wide receiver battle, that's going to be another hard ball. Because when you look at our receivers, they all played lights out. Everybody came out and played like it was their last suit up situation. And that's exactly what it was. It was kind of like, this could be your last suit up situation. So everybody played with their hearts on the line. It makes it hard because I'm looking at Houston, Dennis Houston out there making plays. Cooper, like all of them, all the receivers was active. All of them active. And I didn't see much that I would dislike. Schoonmaker, nice to see him come in and get him a little touchdown in. That was a great, I think it was a 15-yard pass. Hunter Lee, Hunter Luke, he sat there and basically became a dual threat fullback. So that's a lot you got to think about. With McCarthy's West Coast offense, there's definitely a spot for a fullback. Will we have that hit the roster? How are we going to play that? Who knows? That's Dallas. But I do know there's about to be huge decisions being made. So this is the week that you would really want to, really the next few weeks, man, you really want to be listening with your ears, to the ground because there's going to be some weird things taking place. Looking at the play calling from Dak, detrimental. I feel like our offense, when the season start, it's going to be we're going to have a shocking offense. It will be nothing like we really are used to. I think it's going to be fast-paced, a lot of fast-paced. From what I'm hearing when Michael Gallup was talking, a lot of motioning going on, which I love that. I don't like keeping CD on the outside. I think CD is definitely more dangerous when he's in the slot. I think he led the lead in receptions and yards in the slot last year. So it's nice to know that they're going to be moving people around. I think everything's solidified in that level. The idea is pretty much who will be the receivers that we bring back for that practice squad. And I feel like that's what this game kind of gave off for those receivers. They were playing hard. Nevertheless, it's also good because we got some trade options to talk about. And I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to take time, review things, review all the games, and kind of look. But we definitely got some trade options. And making a splash by getting players off by trading will probably be the route to go. Because you can get something for it. If it's nothing, it's still something. We know we need a 4th-round pick now. I don't know if we could, get a trade off for that. But regardless, compensatory picks, all of that, we're doing good with player personnel. These games go to show that. When you look at how they moving out there, how we're playing out there, you look at second-team defense, third-team defense, fourth. Personnel's been good. We've been drafting really smoothly. I think buy into the program, buy into what Dallas is doing, and trust the team. Right now, I feel like the staff knows what they got going on. I know they know what they're doing. Everybody's a little shooken up about the whole Dak not playing. In its own right, I feel like it's even more dangerous or even more better if he's not going to play to have him calling the plays. You get what I'm saying? Because he can make better decisions on game day when the season starts. Basically, solid, man. Solid. I do want to spend some time talking about Mozzie because I feel like Mozzie turned up. I feel like Mozzie came in and gave me a better showing. He didn't play as much as they have been playing him, which is cool. But he definitely came in and had a great showing. Very, very, very strong. You can see that on that line, man. Pushing through. The play may not have been at his direction, but he still had a huge push. So I'm confident. Now, this is all pretty much done. Now it's all about kind of figuring out who's going to stay, who's not. But we know who our solidified starters are. And what I can say is I'm eager to get September 10th here, man. And on that day, things will really take its full shape. Right now, we're going to be patient and we're going to keep an eye out for the players that we're about to have to cut. I believe this year the number increased from 75 to like 90. So it's a lot more bodies, which means in this period there's about to be a lot more players to be cut. And some of the guys that we really like, I feel like are pretty much on that edge. I feel like when you look at like our cornerback room right now, a lot of those guys out there were literally in competition with each other. especially Kevin Joseph. Especially Kevin Joseph, man. Kelvin Joseph, that was his last show. Will he be cut? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, that's Dallas, and there's a lot of that's gonna have to come down to who has special team values because they can be utilized. But maybe, like I said, we can look at stashing certain players on the practice squad. My number one player to stash on the practice squad, if we're not gonna use him, would definitely be Hunter. Hunter showed me that boy can play. I think he just didn't get the time. I don't think he's had the carries to show what he's really capable of. I said it the earlier video I dropped this morning. Believe it was like this early this morning when I dropped that video. That video was, I spoke about Hunter not much having carries. I feel like he pretty much had like a total of like 6 to 8 carries before this game. So it was good to see him come out and be able to show, I got this. I can run. I can catch. I can block. And he did. He gave some good power, man. Definitely gave some great power. And we need that one in the running back room. When you think about the running back room, if you could say what does it lack, a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is kind of like elusive. And really, a good agility and accelerations and speed is in that running back room, but not so much power. Hunter seemed like a pretty damn balanced running back, and I would like to definitely keep him. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want to see more of him and what he can bring, and even if that's with us keeping him on the practice squad. But enough about Hunter. The good old Will Grier, man, showed what he's capable of. Showed if you can kind of just let me use my feet in times of need, I can get out of some bad situations, which was good to see him have that. Even if we don't keep Will Grier, I definitely wish the best for Will Grier. And I do believe that this game with Dak calling the plays for him, it was all a solid on the Cowboys staff and on Dak Prescott. They allowed him to show his worth. And I believe he just showed he is definitely worth something. He has value in the NFL. If we end up trading him, which he's definitely a trade option right now, with that premiere, that final game, it made it kind of clear, like, yeah, he definitely can be used. So many teams right now is kind of fumbling for their true quarterback, so it's always on the table. Again, what I would like to see happen, what would be pretty, controversial probably as well, I don't know, I would want to shop the idea of maybe trading Cooper, trying to keep Will and keep Trey Lance, and or going ahead and trading Will Grier and keeping Cooper and Trey. I like Cooper. It may sound like I got something against him. I don't. I just don't think he can really give us too much versatile outside of the play that he does. Cooper's a good quarterback when he's throwing accuracy and making a good decision on the short TD type of throws. When it comes down to getting out of things or whatnot, he's not that guy. So I do want a mobile quarterback. I spoke on that. I want a mobile quarterback, period. I want my quarterback to be able to move and be agile and make great decisions. Will Grier showed today that he can make some better decisions. Again, so kudos to Mike McCarthy, Dallas Cowboys, Will Grier, man, as well as the one and only Dak Prescott calling them plays because, again, I can't speak enough about it. Josh Butler came in, showed that he has great value, great upside. I'm wondering how much Fossil can use him on the special teams. If Fossil can use Josh Butler on the special teams, we can lock Josh Butler in for your cornerback races right now. I would honestly say a lot is going on between Eric Scott and Butler, man. So they're kind of in the foot race battle, if you will, with each other. And that decision with Dallas Cowboys is probably going to boil down to that. Obviously, Kelvin Joseph's in that talk as well. We'll see, man. We'll see. The good thing is they're not our starter, so it's more time for them to elevate. I would like to see Eric Scott stay. I would like to see Butler stay. I'm a little washed up on Kelvin Joseph, but I do think that he's played better ball, for sure. He's played better ball. But when you have to make a decision out of these guys, that's the problem. That's what it comes down to, having to make that decision. Looking at the Raiders, I guess I can pretty much say their first touchdown, man, I couldn't even really focus too much. They were talking to Michael Gallup on the sideline and had him in our face a little bit more than the actual game. So I didn't really get to see as much as I would like to have seen, dealing with the good old touchdown that they first scored. But what I do know is the defense had a pretty solid showing all of around. I believe they forced 3-4 field goals on the Raiders end of things. So that's good on the defense. Our defense has depth, a lot of depth. Be looking out for Bohanna, those guys in the middle. Be looking out for that. Gallup, Bohanna. Somebody may not be here, guys. Somebody may not be here. Somebody's going to have to go somewhere. I'm going to tell you that now. It's plain and simple. We got a lot of depth, man. We got a lot of bodies. So can we get trade value? It's like I'm looking at some of these guys and I'm seeing trade value. A way to put it back into the institution. You think about all of these things, man. It's kind of good. It's good things. When I think about this game today and think about how they even got to their touchdowns and whatnot, penalties, man. Little small things. There was a period where it was holding calls a little bit in the second quarter. Towards the end of the second quarter, a little bit before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 holding calls back to back. Put us at like 2 and 30. Like little stuff like that, which can be fixed. It's not a lot of it to make me worry about anything. And again, these are second, third, fourth mixed rookies, you know. Overall, I'm ready for the season. That's my take on it, period. I am ready for the season. I'm excited. I'm about to get off this. And I'm actually about to just kind of enjoy the time of watching what I can basically sum up as to say a freaking great football game on the Cowboys side of it. Everybody looked really good. I didn't see a lot of giving up on anything. It was a lot of dog mentality, and that's all I ask for is dog, dog, dog. And it plays your case for yourself. I believe everybody came out to play their case. And boy, we got to line up. So I know what my homework is for more videos to come. It'll definitely be about predictions on draft cuts. Who we think will be cut. Looking at who, or more so looking at what the roster will look like and kind of going from there. It's gonna have to go down like that. I'm gonna have to look at the roster and go from there, because when you think about that 53-man roster, it's easy to start off with the guys you know about to be here, about to be on that field, and we damn near ain't seen not one of them during all of this preseason, but Clark and some of our D-line guys. That's about it. I mean, I got a little bit of CD first game, you know. So, yeah, we ready. We with it. I know y'all excited. I know you feel you gotta be excited about this game. There's no other way to put it. I'm not gonna hold here too much longer, man. I appreciate the time. Like I said, I just wanted to come through a post video, throw it up real quick. From what I see, we're looking pretty good. Backups on the guard and the tackle position. In my opinion, I'm going to say TJ Bash is a solid lock on this team, as well as Ames Richards, solid lock on this team. Those guys, I feel like, have kind of taken that next step. Really, really great gameplay from these guys, man. You can't look at it any other way, especially TJ. TJ, I'm really proud of, man. That's a great asset to this team. I don't think necessarily there'll be a problem at guard, but it's nice to know that we got somebody there that you can rely on. Ames Richards, I'm really shocked about. Has showed me that, yeah, he definitely can play tackle for sure. I believe he pretty much played the whole game. And I like what I see. And he's a dog. He actually had a really, really, really great block for Hunter. It was a great block, I want to say, for Malik Davis that allowed him to get some pretty good yards early in the game. And guys, we're looking good. There's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to sort out, man. And until next time, this has been my time, man. Shout out to DC for life, man. All the fans, all the Dallas, real Dallas Cowboy fans. Shout out to you, man. To my delusional fans, shout out to y'all too, man. Hold it down. Enjoy your family. Have a good Saturday night. Woo! I'm out. Well, how y'all feel?
How about these Cowboys?
I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I'm him.